Audio Jungle.
Hi, today we are discussing about the how newness entered the world. This is a theory and given by Homi k.Bhabha. Firstly, I am going to tell you about the Homi k.Bhabha. Full name is Homi k.Bhabha. Born 1st November 1949 is an Indian English scholar and critical theorist. He is N.A.F. Rodring Brank Professor of the Humanities at Harvard University. He is one of the most important figures in contemporary post-colonial study. He has developed a number of the fields neologism and key concepts such as hybridity, mimicry, difference, and ambivalence. Such terms describe way in which colonized people have registered the power of colonizer. According to Bhabha's theory, in 2012, he received the Padma Bhushan Award in the field of literature and education from the Indian government. He is married to attorney and Harvard lecturer Jacqueline Bhabha. They have 3 children. Okay. The Indian theory Bhabha's essay How Newness Entered the World, which was published in the collection of essay titled Under the Location of Culture 1994. The Indian theorist Homi k.Bhabha shifted the limelight from the binary first of the colonizer and colonized to the liminal space in the between in the domain of post-colonial study. Indifference, discriminations, and the discourse of colonialism, he states there is always inside the suggestion that colonizing power is possessed entirely by the colonizer, which is historical and theoretical simplification. Next point, he assured that colonization is not just a consequence of body knowledge. Bhabha's used that vantage point of liminal space to study the phenomenon of culture translation in his essay, How Newness Entered the World, which was published in a collection of essay titled Under the Location of Culture in 1994. The liminal zone, the the liminal zone that the post-colonial immigrated occupy its a guiding question of the essay. Bhabha explained I use architecture literature as a reference using the aesthetic, the boiler room and the stairwell to make association between certain binary division such as higher and lower. The stairwell higher and lower the stairwell become a liminal space both way the upper and lower areas. In How Newness Entered the World, Bhabha directly this make to critique Frederick Jameson's postmodernism or the cultural logic of late capitalism. He argued that category of postmodernism assume a neat categorizations and subjects positions which lawyer no rooms for subjects to exist in the liminal space. He asserted from Jameson's the positivity and becoming historical domination and contributor of his injection social time. Bhabha's elaborate open the concept and liminal space with the help of idea and as it is comes out in the Salman Rushdie Satanics was and underlines the controversy of Rushdie's affairs. Bhabha says blasphemy is not merely as a misrepresentation of the scarce by the secular, it is a moment when the subject's matter or the concept of cultural traditional is being overwhelmed or ordinated in the act of translation. Bhabha is argued that the very out of inhabiting the liminal space, whether by Rushdie or his character in blasphemy. How, however, it is necessary to consider that critics like Theomi Baronin claim the Rushdie is not aboard at the politically and professionally he is at home. Bernard adds that Rushdie's knowledge of Islamic is limited to some childhood experience and causes that he did not comprehend did at Cambridge University. If we look at the Rushdie from his perspective, then Rushdie was causes to the inhabit what what Bhabha called the liminal space between culture and the inscribed in read belong to the speak from the unparalleled West. Walter Benjamin's on the language as such in the essay. Benjamin suggests that the translation is the original of all knowledge. The language of the thing can pass into language of knowledge, name only through translation. In the gap between the original and the translation text, that's Bhabha terms as the liminal space to illustrate this is a huge translation in culture terms. Bhabha cities Joseph Coward's Heart of Darkness. He argued that Morlow's lie to intactic covered her financially last word is example of culture translation which where Marlowe does not merely express the truth as much as he note entire politics of the translations. Marlowe's inhabit the between where nothing across from one to other in the its original form without the creations are a creating degree of culture translation. This essay is originated in three sections: New Worlds, Borders, Foreigner Relations, and Community Matters. However, it is strung together by the common idea of liminal. The first sections draw a parallel between Marlowe's lies, Jameson's theory, and postmodernism, which Bhabha calls his theme part. Theme part. He challenges the importance given the class relation in the marxist discourses by shifting the focus of minority group. This is all about the how newness entered the words. In this essay, we are talking about the how postmodernism and modernism is a difference from each other, and how the sections between the liminal space in this translation and any translation theory and any translations text, how we can read in this theory. And this is about how newness entered the world. If Marlowe's lie and discourse in the novel is example of the heart of darkness, it is a descriptions between the how enters the new words in the text, enter the new fame is in the text. When we are reading any text, we are not finding the value of meaning, we are not finding the main meaning of this text. If we are reading the sometimes after sometimes we are reading the same text, we are finding the new form of this page, of we are knowing the new form of this meaning. This is about the how newness entered the words. Okay, this is all about. I hope you will be understand. Please forgive me for my worst pronunciation. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you unlike this video, please hit